Welcome. Good evening. Thank you all so much for tuning in to hear a little bit more about our collagen and what makes it so special and why you need it. My name is Emily Beal. I live in Wilmington, North Carolina. I have the job of just introducing our incredible speakers and hosts tonight. So how this is going to work, we're going to have my friend Morgan Hooper speak to the science of our collagen, tell you a little bit about our flavors, how it works in your body, the benefits to you and to your family members, and really what sets our collagen apart from all the other collagen products on the market. And so Morgan is a mom to 4. She has been a nurse for 16 years. She's so knowledgeable and she loves our products, especially our collagen. So Morgan, I'm going to introduce you. And then after Morgan speaks about our collagen, you're going to hear 3 brief testimonials from 3 lovely ladies about how this collagen has changed their lives. So I'm going to pass the baton over to Morgan to kick us off.
Okay, sorry, it took a minute. It won't let me unmute. So, okay, can you hear me okay? I just want to make sure before I start talking. Okay. So like Emily said, my name is Morgan Hooper. I am from Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm a wife, a busy sports mama for kiddos. Actually missing my little kiddos baseball game right now. They just had soccer and a baseball game. But they know that this is important to me. So I have been a nurse for 16 years, and I actually was just blessed to be able to walk away from my nursing career to do my hemp wellness business full time. So Green Compass fell into my lap about 3 years ago after I had a major surgery and needed help finding pain relief. And since then, in the last 3 years, this company has continued to just blow my mind with just truly how innovative they are with new ways to use the hemp plant in different products. So speaking of being innovative, let's talk collagen, since that's why you guys are here. So like she said, I love the science behind everything. That's really where my heart is when it comes to this stuff. So who here, drop in the chat, who here has heard of collagen or is using collagen? You might be using a different brand, but hopefully after today, you'll be using Green Compass's brand. But I'm sure you've seen it in the store. You've seen it all over the internet. It's been something that's been kind of around for a while. All right, so let's start there. So what is collagen? So collagen is literally the most abundant protein in our bodies. In fact, it makes up 30% of the entire body's protein content. So I didn't realize this myself, but the name collagen comes from the Greek meaning glue and also producing. So it is truly like the glue to our body. It mainly hangs out in the connective tissues, mostly in the skeletal tissue, because that's what it makes up the most of, but it also is in other places of our body, which keeps our body in good working order. So why is this important to us? Because just like anything, we get old and we lose it, right? So unfortunately, around the age of 25 to 30, it drastically starts to decrease in our body, which I feel like that's really young, right? Like, I mean, at 25, I pretty much was living my best life and did not have any kind of concern whatsoever about wrinkles or taking collagen or anything like that. So how does it happen that this decreases in your body? So obviously just natural aging and genetic, but other things like UV rays, environmental stressors, smoking, a high sugar diet. So that's no surprise, but also to vitamin C deficiencies and osteoarthritis can play a factor in decreasing the collagen in your body. Okay, so now that you know what collagen is, that it's the glue to our body, and it's vital to our well-being, we can talk about the actual use of it. So what does it actually help with? So first, let's start with the outward appearance. Who here would love some help with some wrinkles and some skin issues? Where are my skincare junkies at? I know that this immediately was what I wanted collagen to help me with. Because let's be honest, post babies, turning 30, I noticed a drastic change in my skin's elasticity and the dullness in it. So I want you to picture that like perfect little chubby baby with those chubby cheeks and why they're so cute. Well, what they're full of is all that lovely collagen that we wish we could have, right? So when that baby grows up to look like us, we start to, lose that elasticity and have those wrinkles around our eyes, our cheeks, our foreheads, and things like that. So collagen has been really known to help with the anti-aging. And this is all music to our ears, right? So I also mentioned earlier that I had a major surgery about 3 years ago. So I actually have a scar from hip to hip. And my doctor actually recommended to me about 6 weeks post-op that I started taking collagen regularly to really help kind of heal that scar and to lighten it, to where if I was ever going to wear a swimsuit again and I didn't want it to show. So I love that my doctor actually recommended that I started taking collagen for that. So let's talk hair and nails. I know that's a big deal for girls, and I can tell you there's a lot of people on this call since the 3 years I've been with Green Compass that have had babies and have struggled with losing hair after they had their babies. Your hormones are changing. I mean, who has been in the shower before plenty of times and been brushing your hair and like you just see these like clumps falling out and you're like in panic mode, right? Or has a hubby that maybe is in denial about losing his hair at an early age. So collagen can help with all that new strong hair growth. And I can tell you that there's a lot of women probably on this call that have some great before and afters that they can share with you, especially after having babies and kind of losing all that hair around here. So personal story for me is my hair's kind of slicked back now, but you guys, I have huge hair. My nickname in high school was Mofro because I just truly have a lot of hair. And I had been taking our collagen for about 3 months and I went to my hairstylist and I was like bragging to her about all this new hair growth I had. And she looked at me and she said, "Are you crazy?" She's like, "You don't need any more hair. I'm going to need you to stop taking this because your hair is so thick and it doesn't need any more of this." So she was blown away in 3 months at just how much my hair had grown in the fullness of it. And then also nails. So I get my nails done every 3 weeks, and I can tell you that I have to get them done. I have to get them cut down significantly every single time I go because of just the rapid growth from taking our collagen. Okay, so that's enough about the outside appearance. So let's talk about the inside because it's beauty within it as well, right? So gut health. I want to talk about gut health. This is so important. Gut health is not a fad. There's so much research out there that shows how truly effective it is on our overall well-being. So what happens if we have a leaky gut? If there is a breakdown of the lining of your GI tract, all of those toxins that you're consuming can leak into your bloodstream, causing all kinds of ailments. Okay. So how can collagen help with this? Because they're like the building block. They're like the building protein. So it can help rebuild the structure and the lining of the leaky gut. And in turn, this is going to help with your digestive function and immune support. Okay. So I want to talk briefly just about your skeletal system, and the ladies on later are going to talk about their testimonies with that. But I mentioned before that collagen is very prevalent in our skeletal system, so making it very vital for our bone and joint health. If we are losing collagen in our bodies at a rapid rate, what do you think is happening to our bone and joint health? I'm sure a lot of you are all feeling the aches and pains of aging. And collagen can really be the supplement that helps with the aging process of your skeletal system. So really just helping with that soreness that surrounds the aging process, and definitely post-workout. I can tell you that my husband is obsessed with the collagen. And after a week of working out, if he hasn't taken it, he really feels it. He is the one that makes sure that I keep our collagen on auto ship. Okay, so let's go into why Green Compass, like why us and nobody else. So Green Compass sets the standard in all things clean. We pride ourselves in this. Collagen is something that needs to be clean. You don't want heavy metals in it, and you don't want toxins. So with that being said, we have full ingredient traceability. We are pesticide free. We are gluten free, and we are dairy free. We also have a certificate of analysis on every product for viewing so you can see exactly what's in it. So we source from 3 different types of proteins because not all protein sources actually have the entire benefit of collagen. So you will see some collagen on the market only sources from one type of protein, and you don't want that. So we source from grass-fed bovine, sustainably caught fish such as perch, bass, pollock, and cod, and we also source from eggshells. So each one of these protein sources have different types of collagen in them. So there's actually 28 types of collagen found in our body, with the type 1 being the most prevalent. So what we did was we actually gathered the most important types of collagen from each protein source that focuses specifically on hair, nails, bones, joints, and gut health. Okay. So what other products are in our collagen? Because Green Compass couldn't keep it mediocre, we had to switch up the collagen game. So our collagen has CBG in it, different than CBD. It is CBG. So it is a cannabinoid found in the hemp plant, known to be the mother of all cannabinoids. They have found these different cannabinoids may actually focus on different things. So CBG is known to give a little bit more energy, actually, which I noticed that. My husband noticed that as well. It helped me with focus in the morning, and helping with inflammation of the skin. So I've actually seen some of our advocates and some of my clients, the collagen has really helped them when they're having issues with their skin. I don't want to name drop an actual diagnosis for medical claims, but when they're struggling with their skin, I've seen that it's actually decreased the inflammation and redness that maybe is very, very obvious for them when they're going through skin issues like that. Okay. So it really helps calm the skin. We also had to take it to the next level, and we have biotin, vitamin E, and vitamin C in there, which helps with glow, growth, and hydration. And lastly, they added the most abundant antioxidant on the planet, which is olive leaf extract. So this is what I mean by we are truly such an innovative company. We just couldn't keep up with collagen. We had to add all the good stuff to it. So last important thing you want to look at with collagen, and ours is this, is it has to be hydrolyzed. Okay. Why is that important? Because others were finding that their extraction methods were breaking the collagen down to where it was not effective in the bodies when we ingested it. So the original collagen molecule was so big, it was not bioavailable. So you weren't actually absorbing it. So by hydrolyzing the collagen, it actually breaks it down into peptides. So you're able to absorb it into your gut, into your bloodstream, making it more bioavailable. Okay. So since collagen should be taken every day, we went with a variety of, Green Compass came up with a variety of flavors. So we have 4 different flavors and 2 different ways to store it. So first, we actually have the individual packaged and natural flavor and melon. So these are good for on the go. And just recently, they came out with this compostable storage package because we're environmental friendly, with lemon lime flavor and a chocolate flavor. So real quick, I just want to tell you the 2 ways that I use it with my favorite flavors. So the lemon lime, I really do like a fun collagen mocktail. And I've actually taken it to a couple CrossFit gyms where they've like downed it after their workout, but I mix it with a watermelon juice. And I also put a little smidge of lime seltzer in it. And it is so, so good. The chocolate collagen is my hubby's favorite, and it's really grown on me. I'm starting to like it too because it's like dessert. I actually put it in my overnight oats. So I do oat milk, and then I do oatmeal. I do a smashed vanilla or smashed banana, and then the chocolate collagen with a little bit of protein. And I mix it all up, and it is like dessert in the morning. And you actually get an extra 8 grams of protein in it. So that is amazing. But those are the 2 ways that I take my collagen. So I am done. I hope I didn't bore you guys too much. I hope you learned a lot. I'm going to kick it back over to Emily so you can hear from the girls and their testimonies with collagen.
Oh my gosh, Morgan, thank you so much. That was so informative. You guys, this is the best part about what we do. We have people like Morgan who are just little boxes of knowledge that share this for us. And I cannot wait to try it in my overnight oats. You guys, my whole family loves the chocolate collagen just in milk, like 2% or whole milk. It's like a healthy chocolate milk, and my little 8-year-old boy and my 11-year-old daughter love it also. So thank you so much for that. And now we're going to have 3 quick testimonials. You're going to be hearing from Erica, who is a stay-at-home mom in New Jersey. She's 42 and has had 6 hip surgeries, and doctors told her that she was going to have her hips replaced by the time that she was 50. I can't wait for you to hear how collagen helped her. Then you're going to be hearing from Erin Roberts, my friend. She is a nutrition coach in Virginia, mom to 5, and her journey with collagen started with some unexplained gut issues and joint pain. And then lastly, you're going to be hearing from Margot, who's also in Virginia, and she is a mom to 3. She was diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis after the birth of her last son, and she's just going to tell you about her journey with collagen. And so I'm going to pass it over to Erica to kick it off, and then you'll hear from these 3 ladies.
Can you hear me? Hi, guys. I'm so sorry. My 2-year-old, or he's 3 years old now, he has the stomach bug. So I'm crazy right now. So bear with me. But thank you so much for letting me be on this call. And I will keep it as brief as I can. But yeah, my story with the collagen started when I was born, pretty much. To go into a little detail, I was born with hip dysplasia, and they found it out when I was 1. But when they did the surgery, the surgeon was under the influence, and we had to do, that was 2 surgeries. We had to do 4 surgeries to fix the mistake. So I had 6 surgeries by the time I was, goodness, whatever 4th grade is, that age. So I was told that, like, this is my life. You'll have to deal with your hips being like this. And I did the best I could, but I couldn't really participate in, sports or running or anything like that because my hips were just so messed up. So I've lived with this my whole life, and I just felt like it was something I had to live with. It was just a normal thing for me. As I got older, I realized that I wanted to do something to help me. I wanted to fix it as much as I could, or help it as much as I could. And so I started taking collagen, goodness, probably like 5 years ago, but it wasn't doing anything for me. It was another product that just wasn't doing anything at all. I was wasting a lot of money on water, I felt like. I started it with the hair, the skin, the nails, but I also started researching CBG, and I didn't know where I could find it. I heard about it, but didn't know if there was any product out there for me. So I added the CBG with Green Compass just to give it a shot, just to see if it would work. And now fast forward to now. Now with me using the CBG collagen, I'm able to do more things that I never thought I could possibly do. I have a very active 3-year-old who is an outdoor guy. We are on adventures every single day. And, I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be great for him, but not good for me because my body takes days to recover after I go out with him or after I go out and do anything. Like, I could take a yoga class and I would be done for a day. So as I'm taking this collagen with CBG, I'm realizing that I'm waking up in the morning after going on like a 3-hour hike with my son and our homeschool group, and I'm not like cracking down the stairs. If you guys have had any joint pain, you know that like cracking sound that you get going down the stairs. I didn't have that at all. And I was like, okay, maybe this is just in my head. Maybe I'm wanting this to work more than it should. But after not years, I felt like years, after like days and months, I'm like, okay, this is different. Something's really helping me here. So I realized that I'm actually getting the relief from the inflammatory pain. It's taking care of that for me. I'm supporting my entire body with the CBG and this collagen. And it's one of those things where I look back and I'm like thinking about sitting there when I was about like 6 years old, being told by the doctors, this is your life. Like, get ready to, do this. And you're going to be replacing both of your hips by the time you're 50. And I'm not 50 yet. I'm on my way there, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. And I am so grateful and so thankful. I don't want to cry in front of all of you people, but it's just been such an amazing thing for me to have in my life. And yeah, it's gotten me more outdoors with my family, with my friends, with my son. I feel young again, like I can move again, and it's been a gift. So thank you so much for letting me share that with you guys.
Okay, am I unmuted? Can you hear me? Yes? Okay. All right. So my name is Erin Roberts, and so my story is a little different. I was searching for the collagen. I had a friend who had reached out to me, who was an advocate, who had asked if I'd be interested in trying the collagen. It was just released, all of that, about 2 years ago. So I had tried many other collagens. They all tasted disgusting. And I was like, I don't really want to. I'm not a huge fan of collagen. I don't see the benefits of it. And she was like, you have a 30-day money back guarantee. Just give it a shot. And I was like, okay, send me, I ordered the fresh melon. It came. So I started taking it. And I wasn't taking it at the time for any specific reason. I just was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. If it tastes good, awesome. So during that time, so I am into bodybuilding. So I was in my off season. So I was lifting very, very heavy, right? So that's just a lot of pressure on your whole body. And I have multiple autoimmune diseases. So that also causes a lot of stuff within my body. But I was going through unexplained pain, like throughout my whole body. I was going through horrible stomach, gut issues, things that I was like, you know what? I'm going to finally go to doctors. I'm going to figure it out. Went to all these doctors, all the tests. Everything's normal. Everything comes back normal. You have this, but it's normal. So I was like, okay, well, something is not normal, but nobody's helping. So I was waking up in the middle of the night in pain. I had it was, arthritic pain, I guess, right? My joints, everything was inflamed. During the day, I was bloated. I was having horrible pains in my stomach, horrible pains. So my daughter at the time was 4, and she always slept. Well, she still does, but she comes into, the middle of the night and she sleeps with us. And it would wake her up sometimes because I literally would be crying in the middle of the night. Like I was in so much pain. So, and I'd wake up in the morning and she'd be next to me, and I would, it took me forever to like even roll over to get out of bed. But once I got moving, got to the gym, did my stuff, it started to, it was subsiding. Well, my body is quick to metabolize. So I always am very hesitant when I give people a timeline, because everyone's different with how you're going to respond to any of Green Compass's products, right? But within 2 weeks of being on this collagen, I was getting out of bed, and my daughter, she goes, "Mama, you're not crying anymore." And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not. Like, I was like, I'm not, nothing's hurting. I was like, what the heck? I was like, the only thing that I had added into my diet was the collagen from Green Compass. So the CBG was clearly doing its job. And I reached out to my friend who signed me up, and I was like, or mailed me the collagen. I said, sign me up. I need to get this magic powder to everybody that will listen. I was like, this is unreal. Like I felt amazing, right? So funny thing about that, I've been on it all this time, right? Feel great. Literally, it does keep everything at bay. So I did a trial about in end of February. I decided to stop taking the collagen because I was like, you know what? Let me just see. Didn't dawn on me, right? You just kind of go about your day. Well, I know the date specifically because I took myself to the urgent care, March 12th, just last month. I was in such horrible pain in my right side that I was like, something has to be going on. And it was same pain that I'd had before, but I was like, no, maybe it's my appendix this time. Like something is wrong. I went, did all the tests. She did the ultrasound, did all the blood work. Everything is fine. So I was like, well, clearly the collagen keeps my whole body and all my inflammation at bay. So I started taking it again, and here we are, whatever, almost a month later, and again, like everything is just subsided. So I just am so thankful for Green Compass. So when I signed up and, the products came, just real quick, my other quick reason why I'm so thankful for Green Compass is that when the products came, it came with the oil. So 2 years ago, we decided, not knowing much about CBD, right? But I educated myself, and we started my son on the CBD, and it saved his life. So he is my why. He's the why I continue with Green Compass. The collagen, of course, I share it with everyone, but also our CBD, just, it saved his life. So I am forever grateful, and the products are amazing. So hopefully I got everything. I was trying to keep it short to my time. So thank you.
Hello. Can you guys hear me? I don't know if anybody can hear me. Okay, thumbs up. I'm Margaret Phillips. I started with Green Compass almost 2 years ago, and it has helped me our collagen has helped me in more ways than just one. Let me get back. Hang on, sorry. I get nervous talking on here. So the biggest reason why I got on tonight, I was, which by the way, thank you, Emily, for having me on here. I was excited to tell my story, but I would get really nervous. So 2.5 years ago, back in November of 2021, I had my third child, my son, Bodhi. And the entire pregnancy was a pretty depressing pregnancy. We found out that my son was going to have Down syndrome at 11 weeks pregnant. And my body, raising 2 children and, 2 other girls, young toddlers, was just kind of in fight or flight for 9 months until we delivered him, and the unknown and all that. So my body was under a lot of stress. And on November 10th, I had my son Bodhi, and he was immediately admitted into the NICU. And we were in the NICU for 2 weeks. He had respiratory issues. And during those 2 weeks, I started to develop a rash on my knees and my elbows. I had a little bit on my face, and lots of inflammation. I had eczema as a child. That came to mind. I was like, maybe my eczema is flaring up, but it's been years and years and years before that I had seen that. So this went on for months and months and months and months. Well, I started taking Green Compass in April of 2022, just for, just going back to work was rough, dealing with a special needs child and just raising kids. It was a lot on me, and I just wasn't, sleeping good, and just all the stress of going back to work. So I started taking the oil and the jellies, and then this rash still hadn't gone away. It was still there, and just really starting to get to the point where it was just unbearable. And my knees looked like cantaloupes. My joints were just so swollen. I went to 2 dermatologists that told me, you have psoriasis. And I had just itched it so much that it was just super inflamed. But these spots were just showing up, and they were very flaky, and I was just ripping my skin off at this point. So I had seen all these people just hyped about collagen. All I was taking was the oils, and some of the stuff that I had gotten in my bundle, because I swore by it and I wanted everyone to have Green Compass products. But I was never really a believer in collagen. I never took collagen prior. My sister took collagen. I just didn't really see why people needed it. But 39 years old, I'm like, maybe I should try collagen. And then on top of that, I had tried every topical cream, steroids, everything. And as a breastfeeding, with an infant and breastfeeding, there was only so much I could do. And the doctor started talking about putting me on biologics and referring me to a rheumatologist, because at this point my joints were just so sore. I have chronic back pain. I had a spinal fusion at 30 years old. And, you know, just like she said before, your body goes through a lot when you're younger, and it just kind of wears on you. And by, you know, almost 40 years old, you're starting to feel the aches and pains. So anyway, so I decided to do a little research on the collagen. I too jumped on Google and was like, I typed in the benefits of CBG, because I'm like, well, this is interesting. And I typed in CBG and skin, I think it was like CBG and skin issues or something. And what showed up was reduces breakouts and calms irritation and inflammation of the skin. And I was sold. So I remember, I will never forget it. We drove to New Jersey to my sister's house on Memorial Day of 2022. And I remember getting the bundle out, like the package, while I was there. I ripped it open and I started taking it immediately. No medical claims here, but within 1 week after starting taking it, the redness had reduced. It was almost completely gone. The inflammation had subsided. And by the end of week 2, I was not in any discomfort. You know, the dermatologist, when I went back, was like, this is pretty amazing stuff. It gave me so much relief. I was taking, like I said, I was taking the CBD before, and I hadn't added anything on to that, but I added that CBG collagen, and it was just like, I'm like, this is just like magic. So, you know, knowing that it was psoriasis, then they sent me to a rheumatologist. And this was just last year, because I have had, I was actually free of any flare-ups for almost a year. But then when I went back to work again and started taking call, I work in a cardiac cath lab, which is very high stress, and I get to take call on the weekends. I got called in multiple times over the weekend and started noticing some patches showing up, some joint pain, and my body was just starting to like attack itself again. And it was really annoying. So I finally got referred to a rheumatologist. They did a series of x-rays, blood work, and then they finally diagnosed me with psoriatic arthritis. And I will tell you that the one product other than our jellies that I will never run out of is our collagen. I am stashed with like 2 bags at all times. I have ran out of it one time for about a week, and I regretted it. I did have a flare up during that time. A lot of times, if I am having a flare up, I use our CBD, CBDA, and our collagen I increase my dose to help reduce the symptoms. And I know I'm like probably going like way over time, but I just, the other 2 things it's helped me with was my dry, I have like chronic dry skin. I took Accutane at 29 years old for adult acne. And I feel like it's hydrated my skin so much because I've always dealt with like chapped lips. And like, I mean, I used to like sloth, like I'd just rub Aquaphor all over my face when I was younger because it was just so dry. And then just hair growth after pregnancy has been pretty amazing. So yes, if you haven't tried our collagen, it is absolutely amazing. CBG is just, if you dive further into it on Google, just research it a little bit. It's just amazing the things you can find out that it helps with. Autoimmune disease is definitely something that I didn't know a lot about when I started taking it. But what I do know is that a combination of something that it helps your mood and helps with inflammation is really going to help when it comes to the like decreasing the flare-ups, because autoimmune diseases are triggered by so many things, but stress is definitely one of them. And that's when I found out that I had all that going on. So thanks for having me on, and I hope this helps.
Oh my gosh. Thank you ladies so much. Morgan, Erica, Aaron, and Margot for sharing your testimonies and educating us tonight. And thank you all to all of you who tuned in, and if you have any other questions, just get with the advocate who invited you tonight. If you're a first-time customer, we have a $10 off code that you can use on your first order. And the really great benefit is if you want to try any of our CBD products, you're able to get the collagen for free with your first order. So thank you so much again, everybody, for tuning in. We hope you have a wonderful evening.